important message close to our hearts. No one appeared more often stood right here on this program than Steve Crump. He was a legend here at WBTV, in our community, and certainly across the nation. He seemingly knew everybody and told the stories that needed to be told. Covered presidents and dignitaries. He produced documentaries and dozens of films. He covered a multitude of historical events, from Hurricane Hugo to the Ray Carruth trial. One of Steve's highest journalism accolades came in 2016 when he was recognized with the first ever Journalist of the Year award by the National Association of Black Journalists. But his final project continues to this day. Posthumously, Steve is spreading awareness about the importance of cancer screenings, especially colon cancer. We lost Steve in 2022 after a 5-year battle with the disease. And he was one of the first to tell you the importance of getting screened, a lesson he says he learned the hard way. Here he is in his own words.
Did you get screened? You hadn't gotten screened, and why hadn't you gotten screened?
Well, you know, look, in this rough and tumble business that we're in, we feel that we're invincible.
That false sense of security comes from being unscathed in war-torn places that include Sudan and Sarajevo. But that doesn't negate the common sense required in protecting one's own health.
It's a great time for people to get screened, to at least look at themselves, make sure they're okay, find out what resources are available in the community, and take the initial steps so they don't become sick.
His message especially important as more and more people are being diagnosed with colon cancer. Surveys show a lot of us are really uneducated about the risk factors of the disease. So let's take a look at some of those for you. This is all from the American Cancer Society, by the way. Men who have colorectal cancer are more likely to die from it than women. Jews of Eastern European descent have one of the highest risks of any ethnic group in the world, followed by American, Alaskan, Native people, and then black men and women. If you have IBD like Crohn's, your risk of colorectal cancer is increased. People who've had their gallbladder removed have been found to have a mildly higher risk. And generally, it's more common after the age of 50. It's why it is so important to get screened.
It's like taking a look at Steve's final project and working on it, because his final project was increasing the awareness of colon cancer and colon cancer screening. You know, he had that quote, "Don't frown, put on the gown," and that's what he really wanted.
This year, we found a special way to honor Steve Crump's life, legacy, and his commitment to educating others about the importance of getting screened for cancer. Our Alex Giles sat down with his wife, Kathy, to talk about how Steve's mission continues today.
Unlike many communities around the country,
Steve Crump's storied career took him all over the Carolinas, across the country, and around the world.
just over 30 years ago, Charlotte.
Steve was just this, larger than life, energetic, inquisitive, incredible guy. He actually reported on most of the major events of the last half century. And he was just all that, but one of the things he had not done was get a colon cancer screening.
In 2018, Steve was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. His wife, Kathy, says it was devastating. Steve even admitted he felt foolish for never having been screened.
You feel like I really could have avoided this, but yet I'm going through this.
For years, he underwent treatments and surgeries. Even through sickness, still finding time to get back to WBTV to do what he loved, tell stories. Sadly, in August of 2023, Steve's battle came to an end. He was 65 years old.
Colon cancer is such a big deal. Next to lung cancer, colon cancer is the greatest killer of Americans.
For several years, Steve had participated in the Get Your Rear in Gear 5K, an event created by the Colon Cancer Coalition to raise money for screening, research, education, and patient support.
What he really wanted to do was to make people think about it and actually become more educated and to get the screening.
While Steve is no longer with us, his work continues. This year, Kathy has worked with us here at the news station to form Team Crump WBTV. This year, we're hoping to not only honor Steve's life, but help others in his name.
What would Steve think of Team Crump?
He would just be absolutely excited about it. And just the fact that we actually are helping with his final major project, awareness and education, I think he'd be thrilled with it.
I think you would be as well. Alex Giles reporting, and Kathy, thank you for everything you're doing with this. So join us at Get Your Rear in Gear, Saturday, March 22nd, First Ward Park in Uptown, and you can join Team Crump WBTV. We have a link in this story on our website where you can sign up, use the code WBTV, and you can get a discount as well. So help us honor Steve, raise money, and raise awareness for an important cause.